RFDS awarded Australia's most reputable charity for the 12th year. Hangar 85 doubles its non-emergency aeromedical transport capabilities, and a new flight education simulator inspiring the next generation of the Flying Doctor. Good afternoon and welcome to RFDS News, brought to you from the John Flynn Luncheon. I'm Peter Hitchener and I'm pleased to present what's been an innovative 12 months for RFDS Victoria in its 90th year. To usher the organisation into its 9th decade, we welcomed new CEO Dr. Michael Ben-Meir, with a strong resolve to see RFDS Victoria become an indispensable part of the fabric of healthcare in Victoria. Welcome, Michael. From expanding flight crews to transporting more country Victorians than ever before, the past year has been marked by significant growth and change, proving the work of the Flying Doctor in Victoria is just as relevant as ever. Not bad for a nonagenarian. RFDS was humbled to once more be named Australia's most reputable charity. This is the 12th time the organisation has been awarded the title from the RepTrak survey and is complemented by another honour, with the organisation also named Australia's most trusted charity for the 3rd year running in the Australian Reader's Digest Trusted Brand Survey. Congratulations to all on this excellent achievement. For RFDS flight nurses, being on shift 26,000 feet in the air comes with added layers of complexity compared to working in a stationary hospital. It's a dynamic, one-of-a-kind role that requires high levels of training and skill. And now we have a record number of flight crews, with RFDS Victoria expanding its service to a 2-shift roster, split into the AM and PM, transporting even more country Australians to the care they need. To support this, the number of flight crews has more than doubled. Hangar 85 at Essendon Airfields is now staffed by a total of 2 pilots and 12 flight nurses, who, with the logistical expertise of flight operation crews, are now averaging an impressive 100 patient transfers a month. The move to a 2-shift roster also means crews now have the capacity to conduct an interstate transfer, fly back, and still have time left in the day for state-based transfers. Flying Doctor community transport vehicles are a well-known fixture on our rural roads, driving country Victorians to essential health and wellbeing appointments. It was a rare sight then when representatives of the program switched the back roads for Spring Street. With staff, volunteers and a client of Flying Doctor Community Transport invited to Victoria's Parliament House for a bipartisan afternoon tea. This visit was more than just coffee and cake. It was an opportunity to showcase the health and social benefits of the program across its 10 rural locations. More than 10 MPs, including the Health Minister, heard from Brad, a client from St Arnaud, who powerfully shared how the program enabled him to attend crucial health appointments that he may otherwise not be able to safely travel to. Safe, affordable and reliable transport options to healthcare is a serious issue for rural Victorians and is something the Flying Doctor is actively working to mitigate through the Community Transport Program. This year, clicking over a staggering 40,000 client trips. He's the childhood educator crisscrossing highways, navigating back roads and travelling to schools across the state and beyond, teaching students all about the contribution the Flying Doctor has made to Australian history. Now Captain Tom Ryan has unveiled a brand new education simulator for kids to experience what the inside of a real-life RFDS aeromedical plane looks like. With up-to-date technology, this Pilatus PC-12 replica shows children that the important work of the Flying Doctor extends beyond the history books and is essential to people living, working and travelling throughout remote and rural Australia today. It was, however, a fond bon voyage for the old simulator. After 13 years, 3,000 plus primary schools and more than 500,000 kilometres travelled, it was as much a part of the education program as the captain. It was only fitting then that the plane with no wings sailed across the Bass Strait, ready to educate a whole new state of kids in Tasmania. For more than a decade, the Give Them Wings Scholarship has provided financial support and in-field experiences to university students connected to regional, rural and remote Victoria, with the ultimate aim to strengthen the rural health workforce. This year, the selection panel saw such an impressive cohort of applicants that the program's remarkable donors agreed to fund 9 spots, making this year the largest cohort in the scholarship's history. The 9 recipients canvassed nursing, oral health, psychology, medicine and paramedicine. All have a passion to work in rural and regional Australia upon graduation. There was plenty of opportunity for RFDS Victoria staff, supporters and friends to come together and celebrate the work and mission of the Flying Doctor throughout the year, including the annual Going the Distance dinner event and the second Flower Drum Gimlet dining experience. These events are an opportunity to celebrate our wonderful supporters and frontline staff who are so passionate about providing accessible healthcare services to rural Victorian communities and to build new connections with potential partners and supporters. From the banks of the Murray River to the breeze of the Bayside and down the back road to Clunes, many community fundraisers, new and known, generously supported the Flying Doctor's mission throughout the year. A group of passionate young farmers enlisted the generosity of their fellow country Victorians to raise significant funds for RFDS services in a quintessentially Australian way, with a quick shear charity event at Clunes in the state's central goldfields region. Meanwhile, the Flying Doctor Rowathon Committee and Bayside Auxiliary, both with permanent fixtures in the RFDS events calendar, once again showed their unwavering support and passion for the work of RFDS Victoria. In fact, we even have the wonderful Bayside Auxiliary and their stall set up here today, to my right. Give us a wave, please, ladies. Great to see you again. On behalf of RFDS, thank you all for your support for the Flying Doctor. It truly takes a village to keep RFDS service delivery in the air and on the road. And in the case of RFDS Victoria charity partner Ryman Healthcare, it takes villages. The generosity of Ryman head office staff and residents from multiple villages, including the John Flynn village, saw an impactful $138,000 raised and donated earlier this month. Representatives from Ryman are here today, seated up front. Let's give them a round of applause for an exceptional effort. Community, camaraderie and care to our most remote corners. It's the popular TV drama, giving fans a glimpse of the role the Flying Doctor plays in the health and sustainability of country communities, both in the air and on the road. And it's back for a 3rd season. Filming is underway on the latest season of the RFDS TV show, and this time the production has journeyed to South Australia, capturing the stunning landscapes of the Flinders Ranges and the RFDS Port Augusta base. Sources close to RFDS News have revealed this season's storyline picks up 1 year on from where the season 2 ended, as the RFDS team grapples with the emotional and professional fallout of life-altering decisions and a tragic event. Now, this just in, we've received word from the kitchen that mains are in fact about to be served. Our team is on the ground and we'll dish up more as the situation unfolds. What we do know is guests can expect a delicious meal and exceptional company. I'm Peter Hitchener, and on behalf of RFDS, thank you for your contribution to 90 impactful years of the Flying Doctor in Victoria. Good afternoon.